Dear the Honorable United Nations, we are from the International Anti-Scam and Trafficking Alliance. We are a group of scam and trafficking fighters from different parts of the world. Some of us were the scam victims, and we got together to fight this international crime. This is the second letter we are writing to you regarding this serious issue. Since the pandemic, scam compounds have attacked hundreds of thousands of victims all over the world, and the victims have lost billions of dollars through cryptocurrencies, forex, or other internet scams, and victims lost everything. Even some victims killed themselves. Our personal data has been sold to criminal activities. We shared our experiences on social media, and we are investigating the scam compounds on our own. Soon, we found out the scam compounds are a system-operated, giant criminal network related to the scams, human trafficking, sex trafficking, government official corruption, modern slavery, torture, kidnapping, organ harvesting, and so many more crimes. These scam compounds are mainly located in Myanmar, Cambodia, Philippines, Golden Triangle, Laos, UAE, and extend to other countries such as Turkey, Sakartvelo, etc. They hide in those countries where they can get protection and hide from international attention and punishment. Here, we are writing this letter to you, and we need your attention on those scam compounds' criminal activities that are against humanity. We have found hundreds of thousands of human traffic victims who are captured in those scam compounds, suffering brutal torture and death. The beginning of these scam compounds formed with a group of criminals wanted, and they have taken advantage of the COVID crisis and cryptocurrency loopholes, scamming thousands of victims at the beginning. At the beginning, they were mainly targeting China and ASEAN countries. They started to notice that the scam is so much easier and quicker getting the money from the victims than other crimes such as drugs, and they decided to take more people on board to do the scam with them. Soon they developed their scam targets to the US, Europe, and any other richer countries and individuals. Some of the people volunteered to join the scam groups to make quick and illegal money, and some of the people are victims from human trafficking. There are different ways for the scam groups to traffic people. The first way is through fake high-paid advertisements. They will post fake high-paying jobs online in Southeast countries, in positions such as internet sales, marketing, IT, customer service, etc. The salary posts above $3,000 per month, compared to local average salary of around $200 to $500 per month. They will promise to cover flights, dormitory, and transportation costs in their ads. The second way is through a job agency. They will ask the job agencies to bring people in. They won't tell the agencies exactly what the employee is going to do. Hire people without knowing those people are going to the scam compounds. Those agencies will get commissions from each hire. The third method is through fake internet love. In this situation, the scammer will pretend to be a lover on the internet and trick the victims to come to Southeast Asia to see her or him. When the victim arrives at the destination, he or she will immediately be kidnapped and sold into these scam compounds. Myanmar has no solid government, and the armies take control of the power. Different armies fight each other, and the fight costs money and people. The political situation gives the criminals and scam groups the best place to grow. The money bribes the armies for giving the scam groups the best protection. Thousands of scam compounds across Myanmar have built giant compound prisons. Those compound prisons have blocks, wires, and guards with guns around, and no one can easily escape. Once those compound prisons are built, the scam group needs people. They buy or trick or kidnap people from their network. Victims are especially from China, Taiwan, HK, Malaysia, African, Vietnam, Thailand, etc. Human trafficking in Myanmar is not hiding by the scam groups, since there is no legal law. The treatment for those human trafficking victims is very brutal and inhumane. The scam group criminals force those victims to learn how to scam, and if anyone does not agree with their requirements, they will use electric sticks, steel rods, etc. to beat up those people non-stop until the person is half dead. The victims will be thrown into a water cell where dirty water sinks the whole body for 3 days, and they are locked in dark rooms for days without food or water. The scam compounds also prepare torture rooms and tools such as tiger chairs. If any victim tries to ask for help from outside, or tries to escape, those victims would be beaten heavily first. Either they would be sold to another scam group, or they would just be beaten to death. The brutal treatment will be performed in front of other victims, for the purpose of threatening and warning others. We have received numbers of death reports from inside of the scam groups. When the victims obey the scam group, they will be brainwashed and start to scam others through social media. They will be forced to work as a scammer for at least 17 hours, some even 20 hours, only leaving less than 4 hours to sleep. Every day. One victim wrote to us, saying, "Not enough sleep, we look like hell." The scam group. Worried that the people were going to escape, they would use handcuffs to tie the people to their office tables and to their bed to work and sleep. Please refer to the photos and videos. Please be aware some videos or photos are very brutal. The human trafficking victims' lives are directly threatened by the scam compound criminals, and they expressed that humans have been treated less than animals. We have received many SOS messages from the human trafficking victims. Please refer to this folder to read their messages. One 19-year-old victim wrote to us this message. "I am 19 years old and I was tricked into coming here last year. Here is Mayawadi Karen State Armed Forces, here is a group of terrorists. Here in Mayawadi, there are large and small dozens of fraudulent compounds. People who were sold a few dozen times are common, and people were killed, not even mentioned, as here are closed to outside, no one knows. Every day I am forced to work 20 hours. Due to the long-term lack of sleep, the whole person looks like a drug, living worse than a dog. If there is disobedience, there is the electric bat, whip, baseball bat, anyway, a variety of means of torture, only you cannot think, not they cannot do, not to say health here, can live out are over the miracle, do not obey the torture until you obey. You are killed, to the public it is the Myanmar war dead, where the death of a person is too normal. We go to work every day with handcuffs, and we sleep with handcuffs. My supervisor is sleeping. I just had the opportunity to send you this message. We hope that who can rescue us. And I do not dare to send my name, ID cards are in their possession, now I will be killed. This place is simply too horrible. I don't know which day I won't be there. I miss my relatives, I miss my parents, but I feel like I can never go back. I hope my fellow countrymen can shine their eyes and think through everything they do. There is no free lunch in the world. Let your regret are too late, no regret medicine to eat, life only once, come here to know what is called despair. What does it mean to sound worse than death? The slogan of the scam is 6 relatives do not recognize. As long as they can get money, they can do anything. Here, you have no dignity. Only money. Physical torture. Mental torture. I'm becoming a psychopath. It's like being in a psycho park. It's no use complaining when you've been cheated out of money. They are still happy doing drugs and taking ecstasy because they are no longer human and have no semblance of humanity. I hope you spread the word and don't let anyone get tricked into coming here. It really is hell. I hope my parents won't be too sad when I die. After all, it was me who was ignorant and brainless and fell into the hands of the bad guys, and while I'm still sane, I want to tell more people that this world is really scary. Another 16-year-old trafficked victim sent his last words. I was sold here in Mayawadi, on the Thai-Burma border. I just want to tell my parents that I'm sorry. I'm not asking anyone to save me, I just want to tell you the truth. It's as simple as stepping on an ant to die here, beating people like a dog. I'm only 16 years old and I feel like I've come to the end of my life. I'm being sold around like an animal, and I was sold in the jelly group before. Where to be tortured for a period of time, and finally sold me. They are not human, they are to slowly torture you to death so that you cannot live, begging for death not also cannot, feel similar to the history book of the Japanese devils in the World War II. Farewell to everyone, you must not come, born without a good thing falling pie. This is my last day to speak. Farewell to everyone, cherish life, refuse to come to Southeast Asia. Here is a group of bad people, inhumane, at my end station Myanmar Mayawadi. We have received those SOS messages daily from different traffic victims in the different scam compound locations. If someone scams successfully and makes a profit for the scam group, this person will have more freedom such as access to better food and to go downstairs. If someone didn't scam successfully and has zero profit, this person will be sold to another group, or they will be required to scam their friends and family members to come to the scam group to trade themselves. Many of their family members and relatives fell into the scam group in such a way. Some of those human traffic victims have been sold over 10 times, even 30 times. Their selling cost gets higher and higher until no scammer groups would buy them. That will be the end of their life. Here is why. The scam compound has a connected network to each other. They can buy or sell the people from different countries in their network. One successful scam compound who scammed a lot of money can open branch offices in Myanmar, Philippines, Cambodia, etc. The scam compounds also talk to each other, study and train from each other on the scam tricks transcripts, such as the Myanmar scam compound would arrange managers to study from the Golden Triangle scam compounds. When the traffic victims have no value to the scam compound, those people would sell to the organ harvest network. The organ harvest dark industry is nothing new in Southeast Asia. The scam groups are pushing this industry to its peak as the gross profit from the human body. The trafficked victims have been sold from one group to the another. The final destination is the organ harvest group, cases in Myanmar and Thailand. We also have received cases of victims becoming the blood slaveries and they were being removed of all of their blood for sale by the scam group, cases in Myanmar and Cambodia. Not only is there the crime of human trafficking and organ harvesting from the scam groups, there is also sex trafficking, drug dealing and corruption from the local government. The fake hiring ads not only hire men, but also hire women. When the female victims are trafficked inside the group, at the beginning, the scam group will force them to do scam. If the girls are not willing to, they will be beaten, electric shocks, locked in the dark room, and more torture is rape the victims. Rapes and gang rapes normally happen inside the scam group. Those girls would be sold to the brothel. Inside of those scam compounds, which is like a community with different buildings around, there are restaurants, a grocery store, small medical shop, and brothel. Most of the people inside the scam group, either volunteered or trapped, are men. The scam group will reward those scammers who scammed a lot of money and allow them to spend on prostitution. We have received SOS from a 15-year-old Chinese girl who is originally from Yunnan, China, which is at the border next to Myanmar. She sent us a message describing her situation inside the scam group. Underage teenagers like her and other girls and boys are trapped there. They will be asked to learn and scam people on social media. If the task is not finished at that day, the boys got tortured and girls got sold to prostitution. She contacted us about 2 months later, but she disappeared and never contacted us again. We contacted her mom and her mom didn't know where her daughter was. We also received information from the insiders that those scam groups' bosses would bring girls like 17 years old from China or Vietnam and lock them in their villas to become their sex slaves. From the scam group's dark network on Telegram, human traffickers are selling 14 and 15-year-old girls online to those who have money, and each costs around $8,500 to $10,000. In those brothels inside the scam compound, there are high AIDS rates. Besides prostitution, the scam group also hires and traffics girls from Ukraine or other countries to become the scammers' models, which they can present in front of the camera to make the victims believe they are real. Case from a Swedish victim was scammed from a real Ukraine girl located in Golden Triangle. Besides threatening and torture to make the trafficked victims to agree to scam, the scam group also uses the drugs such as heroin to make them addicted and obedient. Those victims will be injected with the drugs to get them addicted. Those victims will beg to get more drugs, and the only way to get it is to scam others. In Southeast Asia, such as Myanmar and the Golden Triangle Laos area, local people also rely on drugs for survival and economic growth. Now they found a better way to boost their economics, which is through scamming and human trafficking. In Southeast Asia, there are thousands and thousands of the scam compounds running. Many of those giant compounds hide under casinos, vacation hotels, villas, tech parks, etc. Those scam compounds appear on the ads on Google or Agoda showing to the world, such as K.B Hotel, Victory Paradise. Many countries' governments in Southeast Asia such as Myanmar, Cambodia, Philippines and Laos allow the casinos to run and give those places legal documents. The big bosses behind all those scam and trafficking compounds also have close relationships with local government officials. We have seen the president of Cambodia, Hun Sen, taking photos with several scam compound leaders. Those big bosses have not only one scam compound, but the whole criminal system from the beginning of the scam, trafficking, to the end of money laundering. We estimate there are over 500,000 people in this system, and many of them are trafficked victims from China, Vietnam, Thailand, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore, Ukraine, Africa, etc. Those human traffic victims have no way to get themselves out, and they can't get help from local officials because of the heavy corruption between the government officials and the scam groups. We list as below. Border corruptions. Border officials and police help scam groups trafficking criminals smuggling people through the border. This happens on China border cities, Southeast Asia countries' borders. Government official corruption. Local government gives scam compound buildings legal documents, gives scam bosses nationalities, such as scam compound KK group leader Zhejiang. She was giving Cambodian nationality, and sends alerts messages to scam groups if there is an arrest check from other countries international. This happens in the Philippines, Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, Myanmar, etc. Local police corruption. Local police ignore the trafficking victims' call for help, cover the crime for the scam group, even chase the escapees from the scam group. This happens in Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar. Immigration office corruption. The Immigration Bureau allows the illegal smuggling of people and trafficking victims to get through the border, and terrible conditions to detain trafficking victims and demand money, even sell detained people back to scam groups. This happens in the Philippines, Cambodia, Thailand. Military corruption. Scam groups have military army protection around the scam compound, helping to track the escapees down and torture victims, even killing. This happens in Myanmar, Cambodia, and Thailand. This month, September 2022, when the Cambodian government feel pressure under international media, they started to take some actions to check on some scam groups in Cambodia, but the scam groups already received the news and got on the run to Myanmar or Thailand or Philippines or the border between Thailand and Cambodia to start new scam groups. They are not running alone, but taking those traffic victims with them. One traffic victim recorded his journey during this trip on Facebook, and he wrote this on his page: "Life is just a few decades, half of it is already past. When I grew up, I was being sold. It seems this life is like a commodity. I hope my next life will be a free person." This trafficked victim arrived at a new compound located in a huge mountain where over 10,000 people are trapped between the Thailand and Cambodia border. We did some research and it may be under the control of Trafficked's network, the MDS Thmor DA Special Economic Zone. Traffic victims are not only suffering the inhumane torture from the scam groups, they also are facing below issues: no help. Those victims are from different countries, and they cannot get any help from the locals. No voice. They are trapped inside the scam group, and they are forbidden to in danger. No rescue. Under the corrupted local government's work with the scam groups, the immediate rescue is impossible. No money back home. Even if they manage to escape from the scam group on their own, there is no money to take transportation or find a car to get home safely. Mental suffering. Traffic victims are physically suffering from the threats, beatings, torture, and killing, which greatly hurts them mentally. Many of them suffer from PTSD. Health problems. Traffic victims have to be awake, working more than 17 to 20 hours a day, and they are not getting enough sleep. Many are malnourished and go hungry for days as punishment. We have seen cases where traffic victims are suffering from sickness without any treatment. They were thrown out from the scam group waiting to die. Misunderstanding from society. People in society lack of knowledge of human trafficking and believe all the people in the scam group are the same criminals. As scam and trafficking fighters, we are also facing threats from the scam compounds. They always send threatening messages on our social media. The one volunteer named Barong Chen, located in Cambodia, who tried to rescue the traffic victims, was sent to jail by the local authorities. Barong Chen and his group of volunteers rescued over 200 trafficking victims, including teenagers from the scam compound. He also exposed the scam compound through the media. The scam compound works with the local government to set him up. Finally they got the chance. The blood slavery was rescued by Chen, and many people who saw the story were very angry with the brutality of the scam compound. The Cambodia government stood up and said the blood slavery is a rumor, and arrested Barong Chen and the doctors who treated the victim. Barong Chen wrote a letter to the Chinese government and claimed his defense, but no one helped him. In his letter, he said, "If something happens to me, I hope the Chinese government will give me justice." Barong Chen was sent to prison in Cambodia for 6 months, and on August 30, 2022, he was sentenced to 2 years in prison with a fine. Chen's experience could be any volunteer of anti-scam and trafficking fighters. Here we are with all the trafficking and scam victims, asking for the help from you. Rescue them, rescue humanity. We hope you will fight with us against those scam compounds and corrupted government officials, and destroy their criminal dark network, returning us to a safe place. We are calling for international cooperation and more strict international law against the international crimes and internet crimes. Thank you.